What is up, guys? Today we are starting a new video on a great note. I got myself a new engine for my S13 that I'm super excited about, and we're gonna dive into what this thing has, what this thing needs, and what I need to do to put in my car. All right, so this is a KA24DE with an ISR turbo kit. You saw in a couple videos ago, we did this with Aiden. Aiden wanted an LS in his car, so I ended up trading the LS swap kit that I got for this KA. So not only will I be building the KA on the channel for my S13, but we'll be building this on the channel with the LS. So LS was something that I didn't want. I said it multiple times. Aiden wanted something that he could just be turnkey reliable, and I like my boosted, my boosted Japanese engines. So this is perfect because I will have to put a little clip in here, but we went all the way to Arkansas to go get a KA, and dude backed out. Brought the stickers. Fire. Chaser in the background.
Yeah.
Where are we going today, Blaine?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yes, sir.
We're getting rid of those two things. Yay. All right, first fill up of the day. Getting rid of this junk. We are going to Arkansas to get my new engine for my 240. So we're gonna start off putting gas in the truck. Start heading there. We got an 8.5-hour journey, so let's see how this goes. All right, there hasn't been very much to film. We are now in Missouri, stopping to get gas. Everything here. Got the good old truck. You guys saw this. I didn't really mention it, but this truck was supposed to be the donor truck for the 240, but it is now taking me on this venture that I'm getting rid of these engines. So kind of sick. Weird moment that I'm picking up the engine for the 240 with the truck that was supposed to be the engine for the 240. But gas is cheap here too. It was $3.40 in Iowa when we left, and now it's at $2.70. So stoked about that. Worth mentioning though, I'm on like maybe 2 hours of sleep right now. Not happy about it. So super tired. I'm glad I have Blaine with me to drive in case I need to. $40. Not bad. I mean, we're at like below half a tank, so like, we're not like empty or anything, but not bad. I'll take it. I mean, with gas this cheap, my calculations were a little off then, so that means I'm gonna be spending less money as long as it stays this cheap. But heck yeah, dude. Time to get rid of these LS's. So next stop, we gotta go to Arkansas. Now we are going through Kansas City, Missouri. Never been to Kansas City, Missouri before, so it'd be interesting. We now have 5 hours left till we're there. And then we got 10 hours back. So this trip will be a total of 20 hours from Arkansas to my house and back. So fun. And Blaine lives an hour and 30. I'm tired. That's all right. We got some McDonald's somewhere in Missouri. This stupid state, this dumb state. There's nothing in Missouri. Sorry, I'm crashing out. Blaine's taking over because I'm tired, man. Here we go. Back on the road. We got an hour and a half. All right, we are in this small-ish town. It's not the smallest town we've seen, but it's Mountain Home, Arkansas. It's interesting towns that we've seen, like, on the way here that are just, like, not necessarily abandoned, but the population of probably, like, 2. I mean, the fire station, they had, like, just a normal, like, 2-stall garage. And it said that they had, like, I don't remember how many calls a year. It was, like, a low number, but kind of high for the town. So I don't know what kind of fires are starting, but we are here now. All right, it is now about 7, almost 8 in the morning, and unfortunate events happened. I was not really expecting this, but we went there and we were supposed to trade the LS kit for this KA turbo, and all because of cam bearings that needed to be replaced anyways, we didn't end up making the trade. And a bunch of little stuff. It was very annoying. I spent 3 hours there. I got some S13 seats for my hassle, I guess, but I'm tired. I'm very tired. Very annoyed. Definitely not the situation I wanted to be in, spending 3 hours trying to figure something out that would work out. home. I have probably another like 40 minutes of driving to get home. I'm just so tired. I mean, I've got like maybe an hour of sleep in the car, but yeah, it's very unfortunate. So, way better. I like this engine a lot more. It's on a Megasquirt ECU. I tuned it last time, as you guys seen. So, yeah, it should be a direct swap. Really need to get some seat time in my car, and I'm more than stoked. More than stoked for this. So then I got this. I'm taking the Defi gauges. Defi gauges are so good. He's going with like a Holly setup, so he'll have a whole screen that tells him everything. So he doesn't need the gauges, and I need gauges. So shout out to Aiden for that. Shout out to Aiden for this whole deal, because originally we talked about it and he was kind of like meh about it. And then I think he just had a little bit of problems here and there with the car, and he just would rather have something that's turnkey ready to go. And he just got the SR S13 fully built. That thing is sick. I'll put a clip on here. We are going to pull this engine now. Sucks. I brought it down here just for like the glamour shots. It's just like right around the corner from the shop. And then charge the battery too, because the battery is not the best. I don't want to leave it dead before it sits for a little while, but yeah, we'll get into Aiden's swap and everything in another video, and you guys get to see that. Alright, so a little update on this thing. I ended up just getting super irritated with how much rust I found, especially like right here. This was another patch, and then there was like, this was the hole originally. So instead of me filming, I started just going crazy on this because I was so bothered by the fact that there was this much rust on the car, and I had to now do a bigger project, and it was a lot of cutting, a lot of work, so I never filmed it. So I got the whole dash pulled out, and it is a spaghetti mess of wires in here. I mean, this is supposed to be inside the engine bay, and half of this is in here. So I'm guessing what they did, instead of crowding the engine bay with a bunch of wires, they just threw it underneath the dash, which is probably not the best idea. So we're getting all this pulled out. All of this wiring is going inside my car, including the heater box and all of this. So got that pulled out. It was kind of boring and took a little while just to get all the wires situated, because I had to pull everything through the firewall before I got the dash out, because some of it was doing weird stuff. Now I have all of the wires disconnected from inside the car to here. I got the ECU out. Now I have to take all the wires out, take everything from the engine, drain coolant, all of that, and yeah. All right, what do we got going on down here?
I'm taking off the frame. It's a long ass pry bar.
Getting this trans pulled.
I just had to spend $40 on clips for the M3, because when Rico was taking all the trim off. I haven't heard this song, so I haven't heard this one right in it. 8th grade was not that long ago for me, honestly. Oh wait, no, that was 6 years ago now. Why am I getting B-roll? Allen B-roll? Vans B-roll?
I might have some broken tires for help though.
We're pulling the transmission out of this Miata. This is Chris's Miata. Getting this thing out because it is clunking and clacking after the last event. We got metal for the 240, so we're gonna get this done. Still gotta take the engine out, put it in here, but let's see if we can get both of these cars done in just 14 days. Also, I just traded some RSX stocks for this GoPro Hero, so that's sick. I can finally have in-car footage at the track and probably film it, I don't know. I gotta test the quality and see how it is. Maybe I'll ditch the iPhone for filming.
I'll swing a corner with this shit. Wait, I bet y'all didn't know that shit can go with my music.
What? Now recording hands-free. Oh, they got a fuck mode on Snapchat now.
Oh, the lock mode?
Yeah. Bro, I love giving back shots to Snapchat.
I'm holding the GoPro by the toad right now, look at that.
The GoPro dick.
Oh.
Bro, why is it so little?
Bro, it's got a fisheye lens.
Alan looks mad Asian in there.
I gotta cut this floor out. There is like multiple patches on top of patch. Might as well just do it right the first time, get it over with, cut everything smooth, and then finally start welding the panels in. This has been spread out over the last couple weeks. Been working on a lot of customer cars, and we got Chris's car in the shop. Love this thing. This is what the passenger side is looking like so far. I got all of this cut out. That's finally cut out. I'm gonna get everything in there rust treated with some rust reformer. Just kind of getting all the edges sanded so I can finally weld a panel in here. So I'm gonna get this whole section hopefully done tonight, and then I'll focus on the other section tomorrow. I got 2 tacks on the bottom there, and I'm gonna try and form this piece as best possible. It looks super off right now, but kind of weird because I have to make that bend right there, and this is mainly flat. So I gotta kind of tilt it a little bit. Yeah, let's get this panel on. Got this panel welded in. Looks all right. I don't know, the welds are not the best, but now we're focusing on this. So now I gotta rust resolve everything that's inside of there with some rust inhibitor, and all along this, there's a little bit of rust, all surface. Trying to get all of that gone, so that way when I put the weld through primer on, it'll weld through. There's no rust to worry about underneath, so that way it does not rot. Man, that's crazy. All of that grime and rust. We are using this Rust-Oleum Rust Resolver. See how this goes here. Oh yeah, definitely comes out as a gel. So you want to get as much as possible in there, just to get it resolved as much as I can. Clean this up and make sure that none of it's still in there is going to be the issue. Probably should be wearing some gloves. This stuff is thick. I will brush this stuff in. Trying to get all in there as much as possible. There's some parts I'm not going to be able to reach, but it's a thought that counts, I guess. This is my first time doing this process, so sorry if it's a little all over the place and I'm trying to explain the best I can, but I genuinely am just kind of going through this myself and trying to figure it all out. I'm taking a lot of what Jimmy Oaks uses as what I'm doing right now, and instead of rewriting a recipe, I figured I might as well do one that has proven to work. So far you can see it is just eating through it. It's doing actually a pretty good job, so we'll just brush it in, get it agitated. Stuff does say wait 10 to 30 minutes and then wipe it off with the chemicals and the water at the same time. Oh, I got quite the mess going on here, but coming together on this side. Stoked that that's welded in. I gotta grind all the welds down, but when this side's done, that'll be awesome. And then I gotta tackle like all this little stuff, and then also this square. And then we have a whole nother process on this side, because this is quite ridiculous. So we're kind of just shaping the panel. We get everything tacked on these 2 corners. Now the issue is, as soon as you start bending this side, it's gonna bend this up and go away from the firewall. So we want to tack to the actual firewall itself first, and then bang it with a hammer on the actual arch, and then get that welded. So that's kind of what we're doing right now, just throwing the tacks down. So this is taking quite some time, and we got the panel in there. If you guys are going to weld something, and let's say there's a backside, use weld through primer, that way it does not rust. So I'm gonna put that piece right there. It goes something like that. I gotta cut the access right here off, and then I have to put a strip, and then this side of the car is done finally. It's sick. We got all of this all welded up and ready to go. Did not turn out that terrible. I'd say it's pretty good. I mean, this is the first time I have ever done something like this to this extent. Grind the welds down, put some seam sealer, and you won't even know. Now we have that patch all welded up. Starting to look pretty nice in here. I mean, no more rust, which is sick. Got this patch, and that patch all in. Welds are not the best, I won't lie. It's kind of weird because everything's so thin, so I keep having to go back over it. It just creates like globs, but I'm getting the hang of it. I was doing pretty good right there. For the most part, I mean, it's not terrible. Definitely not the best, but first time ever doing something. So this is what she is looking like right now. Pretty good. Get this last piece in. This whole section of the car is done. I'm good for the night. Start on this one tomorrow. Today's sponsor is brought to you by Oxedo, a company that reached out to me and wanted me to try their headlights, so I thought I would give it a shot. Right off the rip, the packaging was really nice. Open up the box here and you see you got a pamphlet with all the information that you need about the headlights themselves. First impressions out of the box, and the build quality is premium. Integrated cooling fan is a game changer for longevity, but the real magic happens when we get them installed. The one thing I really like about this setup is that it's factory wiring. So it's just plug in, put everything back together just like OEM, and you are ready to go. Here's before. My headlights were super dim and I always drive at nighttime, so it was a struggle to say the least. It's worth mentioning, these are with my brights on and it's not good at all. Here is after, and it is definitely way brighter than the old headlights, and I am super stoked to have these on my car now. It seemed like my old headlights were pointing at the ground, but turns out they were just bad headlights. Now, thanks to Oxedo, I can see at night and finally drive safe. If you use my code Slidewayz, it'll get you 15% off your order, and I want to thank Oxedo for sponsoring today's video. Next day, we got quite the work ahead of us here. I mean, yeah, not ideal. I don't know what's going on here, but man, they did this terribly. There's a patch like right here we have to cut out. This whole section was patched and they just left it rusty and shitty, so I gotta make this flat, and then I have to remake a pinch weld, which kind of sucks, but took the dash bar out so that way I had more space in here, and I have to transfer it from this car to my car. Let's get started for the day, I guess. So I got that piece welded up right there, which is something to grind down. Now I was trying to figure out how to make a pinch weld. So basically, I kind of went with the factory pinch weld right here and down, and then I'll make a piece on the bottom that goes down and like that, and then I will probably drill through the actual pinch weld or this itself so I can make plug welds. Yeah, that's how it's coming out so far.
Fondo got a stick.
What we got going on here?
Should about 80 grit.
Fondo got a stick.
Should about 80 grit.
This shit better run in a week.
We got two special guests here.
Do you have cardboard we're not gonna use?
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna do some ghetto shit. We're gonna
Oh,
be
come on, man. You can't tell my channel that.
We're gonna be doing some reasonable, at least ghetto, but working.
Look at the camera, not me.
I'm looking at the strut tower, not you, ugly ass.
There's one with big ass teeth.
We're about to make this shit. Make this stuff. This is why I can't do a YouTube channel, bro. All right, cut it, bro. Retake. So today, right here, we're gonna make this look like an S chassis again. We're gonna make this look like that. Well, that if it's cleaned up, because that's dusty, but. And we have 6 to 7 days to finish this.
We actually do though.
We actually do though. That's a crazy.
Yeah.
We need cardboard though. That's all right.
Alright, so for the lack of words that Alan said, we are going to be filling this and making this straight to look like this one here. So, like factory, nice and smooth. Over there was some interesting stuff going on, but we are making it look right. Before there was like super thick Bondo, it was very wavy and you could even see it through the paint. But now we're just filling in the spots that are needed and then we'll sand it down flat.
Here's a low spot. Nope,
I do want to mention the common misconception with Bondo or body filler is that people think, oh, you're doing something ghetto. You're Bondoing your car, you know, like the typical teenager that just like Bondos a hole. But in this case, this is not what it is. This uses filler to get all those low spots and make it flat. I wanted to clear the air there because I've had quite a bit of people say that.
1 week. 1 week.
1 week. I don't think I said that yet. 1 week. What are you doing over here? What do you got going on?
That's too much angle.
Trying to clear the control arm. Dude, this is sick though.
Too much angle.
Chris and Ellen just left, but I got this piece made up for right here. So to kind of go like that. Now I wanted to do one single piece that goes all the way down originally, but I think for now, or just in general, this is gonna work better just because of how the geometry is of everything. It's not really like straight, and I was having problems with panel gaps over here. So I think anything's better than it was. So we're gonna put this piece on here, and then after this is welded up, I can get this wheel arch in. Then we can finish the bay and get the bay done, and then I can focus on like getting that patched, and then getting the whole floor situation figured out. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this because there's just so much random stuff on this car. Like there's a patch right there that I'm trying to cut out and redo, and I wasn't gonna do anything on the inside. I was gonna just focus on the bay, but since the wheel arch mates to the firewall, I kind of had to do something about that, and it was really bad. So I gotta make a little piece for the strut tower too. Kind of trucking on this, kind of taking a little bit longer than expected. They got filler laid down, so I gotta get some more like spot filler type stuff just to smooth it out a little bit more, but that'll look way better. I don't know what happened over here, but it was pretty bashed up. I got one more piece welded. We left off with that. Got that piece in there that I have to shave down still and make look pretty. The next step is getting the other wheel arch done completely, so we're gonna get that in first, and then I'll get this part in and then get the floor in. But today I want to get this part in and get the engine bay painted because I'm losing time. I only have a couple more days, and man, the whole car is completely still apart. Engine's still in the Blue 240. Low-key freaking out about it. So need to get this done. Few little rough spots that I found, not too happy about. Like that dude was not that bad under paint, but it's actually substantially worse than I thought. You guys like the GoPro footage? If you hate it, I will switch back to my iPhone. First time testing it, kind of a weird time to test it, but I like it so far. I have a camera to bring around. I don't waste space on my phone, that sort of thing. But yeah. On a side note, Alex brought by his ST. I'll have to put a clip in here, but his old one burned down. Feels so bad for him, but he picked up this thing. How much power is this thing making now?
500.
500 horsepower. And it gets crazy in fourth gear, I heard. This thing's sick. It's on air. Good car. Looks cool.
Don't do that to me. You gotta get the other side. It's like a T-Spill 5.5.
So cool to air out. A weird rattle in your trunk.
I wonder what it is.
I wonder.
He stalls it. Oh! No way, bro! It was calm.
You did that on purpose, dude. Come on,
pressure. Under pressure.
So what did we learn?
Get a fire extinguisher.
Get a fire extinguisher in your car.